Recently, action RPGs and especially Souls-likes have really gone into the perfect parry mechanic ever since Sekiro, it seems like. Now, while I love this type of gameplay, a few of my friends and gamers were like, honestly, this is starting to get a little bit overdone. And while I feel that, I feel like we got a really good pool of RPGs and action games where we could look at what has some amazing parry systems in terms of sound design, how fluid it is, how fun it is. So today I wanted to break down 10 games that just have absolutely amazing parry systems. The number 10 spot is for Stellar Blade. Now, Stellar Blade released recently, and man, does it have fun parrying gameplay. The sound is incredible. Every boss reacts really well when you parry them. Some of them, it stops their entire combo chains. You're going to be knocking off these little dots as you do it as well. And as you get all these parries, you're going to get a takedown that just take down the boss in a cool cinematic way. Another thing I like about the parrying in Stellar Blade is there's like 4 to 5 different counterattacks you can do, depending on your situation once you actually get a parry. So I thought that was very fun as well. Brought some good variation. The number 9 spot goes to Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. Now, I know all of these on the list are like satisfying, but Wo Long's sound and just the animation work when you get your parries it might be the most satisfying on here, aside from one more that I'll get to later. But Wo Long just keeps you in the fight when you parry. It's almost like just keeping the combo going, but you're getting a parry. And man, that sound, it is so nice to hear every time you get one. The number 8 spot goes to Dark Souls. I'm going to use the original Dark Souls here. You could pretty much use any of the Souls games because they all have this shield parry that is just really satisfying. It's almost like the whole game stops for a second and it's like, done. I love the sound and like screen shake the game does. It just emphasizes that you just parried the living hell out of this enemy. And then you're just going to do some animation like stabbing him into the ground or whatever. And man, I love the Dark Souls parry. The number 7 spot goes to Lies of P. I talk about this game a lot, but I'm going to keep continuing to talk about it because it is just that good. It's very similar to Stellar Blade, where the parrying sound is just so nice to hear, and it's big emphasis on it, like you're going to want to learn this parry or you're probably going to get your ass whooped. And as you do it, you're going to eventually get a takedown on the boss. So same type of system, but man, it is so fun to do parries in this game. Lies of Parry, ladies and gentlemen. The number 6 spot goes to Kingdom Hearts 3, which might actually be kind of funny, but the counter in this game, this is actually a parry system. You have a glowing red indication if you get a perfect parry, and it is so fast. It's probably the fastest parry system ever, to be honest. You could smack enemies before they even swing and just kind of keep smacking them a few times as you're getting these parries and watching them combo. It is really fun. I like that they reward perfect parries, and then there's also a risk dodge where if enemies do a certain move, you're gonna have to parry, click circle, and it will take you right behind the enemy to whoop their ass. I think it is so much fun.
Take this! Over here! Back off!
The number 5 spot goes to Rise of the Ronin. Now, this is fresh on my mind, and I really enjoyed it a lot. The parry system here is really cool because it has a lot of variation to it. You can kind of change your stances, which is actually going to change your parry, which they call the counter spark in this game. And wow, is it fun. It really makes you feel like a samurai just going back and forth with your katanas. I really do recommend Rise of the Ronin if you like parrying in games. The number 4 spot on our list goes to Thyia. Now, this is an indie Souls-like action RPG that I actually hold in pretty high regard for an indie Souls-like, and one of the reasons is the parry. First of all, I love the sound it makes when you parry in this game, and second of all, it's kind of different in this game because you're always going to be applying wound damage to your enemies, whether hitting them or with parries. Every time you parry, it's actually going to apply wound damage to them, so it's almost like you're still attacking them when you're parrying, and again, it just feels so good in this game, and there's a great emphasis on it. The number 3 spot goes to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Now, none of these on the list are in any particular order, but this was obviously the king of them all, the game that kind of inspired this parry system to kind of put pressure on enemies, start staggering them, and ever since Sekiro, a lot of dev teams have tried to mimic this in their own way, and I think it's cool because we had a lot of games that focused on dodge rolling and stuff beforehand, and now we're kind of going into the parry direction. So yeah, Sekiro, absolutely stellar sound design. The way you could put pressure on enemies is just incredible. If you've played Sekiro, you know the crack feeling it gives you when you're parrying. The number 2 spot goes to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, who doesn't like some Star Wars games every now and then? I used to actually be obsessed with Knights of the Republic back in the day, some good old Star Wars RPGs, and they actually kind of take the parrying mechanics from Sekiro and put it in here in Fallen Order. So honestly, it plays very similarly to that, but the cool thing here is who doesn't like parrying with a lightsaber? It's just cool. And the number 1 spot, again in no particular order here, is Bloodborne. Now, a lot of people love Bloodborne, and one of the reasons is the parry mechanic using the gun. It's just super cool and an interesting idea to be able to just pop a bullet into one of the enemies and drop them down for a parry. It's really fun to learn because you just got to make sure you do it right before an enemy attacks, and it's really nice because it'll get you back your HP if you lost any. Bloodborne does it so well, and it's always nice going back and trying the parrying on that game. It has one of the best learning curves for a parrying system, in my opinion. Like, you just feel the growth and you learning it and getting better at it. FromSoft, please, can we get an update to Bloodborne with 60 FPS, please? And there we have 10 action games that just have absolutely awesome parrying systems for their gameplay. So if you guys are new to my channel, I love JRPGs, I love action games, I'm always talking about combat systems and bosses. So make sure to subscribe if that interests you. I really enjoyed making this video. I might even make a part 2 to it because there's a lot of games that are implementing this parry system and some older games that attempted it way back in the day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. These are some of my favorite games to tackle their parrying and combat systems. So let me know, do you have any games in particular that on this list blow you away with their combat systems and parrying, or do you have your own that I didn't list here? Let me know. I love hearing it. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next video. Peace.